Hi dear students. So again, your Sarita ma'am is here with COVID-19 pandemic special, I can say, e-learning initiative that is taken by our school, Cambridge International School, the SUA. So let's see what we are going to do today. So let's begin. So today we are going to start with your chapter number 5, in which we are going to learn something new, that is production function. So we will learn how production is dealing with different things. So how is production is being done. So subject is economics, and topic for today is concept of product or the production. Then grade 11 and teacher. My name is Miss Sarita Sani. So before starting your today's topic, let me discuss the tip for today for your good presentation of economics paper in the final exam. So whenever we have to attempt your questions during your exam time, so we have to always attempt the question with the number that is given, and we need not to write the question again on the answer sheet. So we have to just mention like answer number 5. If we have to attempt the question number 5, so we have to just mention answer number 5 on the sheet, and then do that question, and at the end of that question we need to make one single line with the scale. If it is possible, you have enough time, then you can make a line with scale. Otherwise you can just make a line with two-sided arrow, so that the examiner who is going to check your paper, that will have the idea that your first question is ended and you're writing the second question. So this is something how you have to attempt your paper, and this is always helpful for you while attempting your paper. So never skip any of the questions. So try to attempt your paper with the question series which they have given, or it there might be one more we can say the substitute for this. So you can start your paper, like sometimes students feel there is not good time management for them. So what they do, they have to start what they have to do at the time, they have to start from the last question, so that the long questions will be attempted easily, and in the end, if your MCQs are left, you are able to complete it within 10 or 15 minutes. So you are able to do that. So this is also helpful for you. Now let's move to the today's topic, so which we are going to cover today. So the first topic which we're going to cover today is introduction. We are going to learn about production function, then short run and long run. So what is the importance of short run and long run? So we will learn some important point regarding this. Then variable factors and fixed factors, then concept of product, questions to be done for today. So all these things we are going to cover in this. Now let's move to the next topic. So introduction, a producer makes use of various inputs for production of goods and services. Yes, producer, what do? He use all the inputs to produce goods and services. Yes, production is an important economic activity as it enhances the utility of the product by changing it in the form needed by the consumers. So what production we do? We make production according to the consumers' requirements. So which type of product that consumer demands, so we are producing that product. So this is why the production is an important economic activity. Now we have one example for this. So leather is of less use in its raw form until it is transformed into some desirable products like shoes, bags, jackets, etc. So when we are buying leather in the raw form, so it might be in the form of sheet, so that is not useful for us. But when it is converted into product, then it is useful for us. So the term production in economics covers a much wider range of activities than in its everyday use. So in economics, production has a wider activities in economics, but as such what we are using production in everyday life, that is lesser, that is narrow in scope. Now, to an economist, production means any process that converts commodity or commodities into different commodity. So what is that? according to a economist, what we do, एक कमोडिटी ली, जहाँ एक कमोडिटी जहाँ और ज़्यादा कमोडिटीज, ठीक है, उन सब को जब हम नेक्स्ट एक और कमोडिटी में बना देते हैं, दैट इज प्रोडक्शन अकॉर्डिंग टू एन इकोनॉमिस्ट. So what economists understand? So this is the point. Next is production refers to transformation of inputs into output. So production, what it do? It is just transforming the inputs into the finished product. So output is the finished product. So next example is to manufacture shoes. That is an output for us. So we need various inputs like leather, nails, land, labor, capital, services of entrepreneur. So all these things are the input, that is raw material for making shoes. So this is what the introduction says about production. Fine. So let's now begin with the next topic. So that is production function. So there exists some relationship between inputs and output of a firm. So जब we have, like, I have my relation with my parents, I have my relation with you as my students. So similarly, when input and output is having relationship, input that is raw material and output is the finished product, जब उनके बीच में कोई रिलेशनशिप रहता है, ठीक है, in the firm means in the industry or the that plant where it is being produced. So in that term we call it as production function. So in economics such a relationship is known as production function. So what is that? That is production function. ठीक है. So production function is an expression of the technological relation between physical inputs and output of a good. Symbolically, we are producing output of X good. So X commodity we are producing. So for producing X commodity function, we need 1, 2, 3. That is as inputs. So we are using all the inputs like we have done the earlier example of shoes. So for making shoes, we need workers, we need nails, we need leather. So all these things are like inputs for this. So जब हम दो मतलब एक चीज प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए जो इनपुट्स यूज करते हैं उनके बीच में जब रिलेशन पैदा करते हैं, दैट इज प्रोडक्शन फंक्शन. Now next is example of production function. So suppose a firm is manufacturing chairs. अब एक कंपनी क्या बना रही है? चेयर्स बना रही है. So उसके पास दो चीजें हैं. इनपुट क्या है उसको बनाने के लिए? या तो लेबर चाहिए या फिर उसको पैसा चाहिए, कैपिटल चाहिए. ठीक है. So जब हम चेयर्स बना रहे हैं, so output is chairs and functional relationship is between labor and capital. So production function defines the maximum chairs, जितनी chairs बनाएंगे, which can be produced with the given capital or labor inputs if production function is expressed as. अच्छा, अब इसका एग्जांपल देखो. अगर 250 चेयर्स हमें प्रोड्यूस करनी है तो हमें उसके लिए 7 लेबर की रिक्वायरमेंट है एंड 2 यूनिट्स ऑफ कैपिटल आर रिक्वायर्ड. So this is what they are talking about. So this is how we are representing the production function. So 250 चेयर्स बनाने के लिए हमें 7 लेबर के आदमियों की जरूरत है और 2 जो है यूनिट ऑफ कैपिटल हमें रिक्वायर्ड है. ठीक है. So this is how we are producing maximum 250 chairs with 2 units of capital and 7 units of labor. So let's now move to the next topic, that is more about production function. So let's have some more points about this production function. The production function, this is the first point. The production function specifies either the maximum output that can be produced with the given inputs or the minimum quantity of inputs needed to produce given level of output. So what they are telling you, प्रोडक्शन फंक्शन हमें क्या डिफाइन करता है कि हमें मैक्सिमम कितनी आउटपुट चाहिए. ठीक है. जो हम लोग इनपुट्स जो हमारे पास अवेलेबल है उनको यूज करें तब. ठीक है. दूसरी चीज है हमारे पास कितनी मिनिमम क्वांटिटी चाहिए इनपुट्स की ताकि हम एक लेवल जो है गिवन लेवल जो है आउटपुट का उसको प्रोड्यूस कर ले. सो दिस विल बी आल्सो डिफाइंड बाय प्रोडक्शन फंक्शन. स्पेसिफाई करता है प्रोडक्शन फंक्शन. नाउ प्रोडक्शन फंक्शन एस्टैब्लिश अ रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन इनपुट्स एंड आउटपुट्स. दिस वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड. सो इट इज द टेक्निकल नेचर. सो व्हेन आई वाज डिस्कसिंग अबाउट द रिलेशनशिप, so we said when we have technical relationship between inputs and outputs, then it is the production function which develops a relationship between inputs and outputs in technical nature. Then is production function is not economical. Yes, production function is not telling you, it is making something that is economical to you in nature. We do not consider the value of inputs or output. So the next point is production function is always defined with respect to a given technology. So production function, we are always thinking of technology with this. Fine. If there is an improvement in the technique of production, जब हमारे पास कोई अच्छी और नई technique आ जाएगी, so then increased output can be obtained with the same physical inputs. So जब हमारे पास कोई अच्छी मशीन आ जाएगी, so suppose पहले जो हम लोग मशीन यूज कर रहे थे वो 500 यूनिट प्रोड्यूस कर रही थी, अब उसी की एक नई टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ मशीन आ गई है, वो 1000 यूनिट्स प्रोड्यूस कर रही है. तो यहाँ पे उसकी जो है देन इंक्रीज आउटपुट कैन बी ऑब्टेन्ड विद द सेम फिजिकल इनपुट. तो हमारे पास जो पहले जितने यूनिट्स हम लोग यूज कर रहे थे, इनपुट यूज कर रहे थे, वही सेम करके हमारे पास इंक्रीज आउटपुट आ जाएगी. So this will be also explained with production function now. Fine. So it is not making something very economical or that is in nature. So value of input and output will not be considered with production function. Now, production function includes only the technically efficient methods of production, as no rational entrepreneur will use inefficient methods. So production function is always related with the technically, मतलब technology में जो best technology है उसके जो function होएगा उनको use करते हैं. And this is for sure कि कोई भी entrepreneur जो होएगा वो सबसे अच्छे वाले method ही use करेगा, कोई भी inefficient method नहीं use करेगा. So this is all for now. For the more points regarding this production function. Now let's move to the next. That is short run and long run. So first we are going to learn about the short run, then we are going to learn about the long run. So both are like important concepts, and this is useful for when you are using this term for learning even business, and even this term is also used in accountancy. So let's learn about this. This is also common term in economics. Short run refers to a period in which output can be changed by changing only variable factors. ठीक है. सो शॉर्ट रन में हम लोग क्या कहते हैं कि एक वो पीरियड है जिसमें हम लोग क्या कहते हैं, जो फैक्टर्स बार बार चेंज होते रहते हैं. वेरिएबल फैक्टर्स मींस जो बार बार चेंज होते हैं. थोड़ा सा हमने चेंज किया तो उसकी वजह से हमारी आउटपुट में बहुत चेंज आ गया. सो दैट वी कॉल इट एज शॉर्ट रन पीरियड. So now in detail, let me talk about this. In the short run, fixed inputs like plant, machinery, building, etc. cannot be changed. It means production can be raised by increasing variable factors, but till the extent of capacity of fixed factors. Now, here I am just talking about one concept, and I give you a live example of our school. So in the long run, we can say our school building is changing, but in the short run, we cannot change the building of the school. We need some time. So that is short run for us. But in the short run, variable factor is the number of students that is increasing, decreasing, teachers that is increasing or decreasing. So we can raise the number of teachers as well as students. So as this is variable factor. So fixed factors that would not affect this, but for variable factors it would definitely affect. Now, for example, if producer wants to increase output in the short run, then this objective can be achieved by using more of raw materials and increasing number of workers, like we have done the example of chairs. So in the short run we can have if we have to produce more, obviously we will definitely arrange more workers. One more example I can give you, Salim's example, which he has like we have done in grade 10 for producing. He was a shoe manufacturer, and he has to complete the order before this festival season. So he has hired more workers. So similarly, we will have more raw material, we will have more workers, so that it will be produced more in extent. Then one cannot immediately expand factory building, install additional plant. Yes, we cannot change more, we cannot have more factory units in the same area. It is difficult for the person, but we can have more workers, more raw material to produce the goods with short run, even if we have to increase the output. So in the short run, some factors are fixed and some are variable, and fixed factors cannot be changed during the short span of time. So in the short period, even fixed and variable factors are present, but variable factors are not changing whether, fixed factors are not changing whether we are just having short span of time. But your variable factors are changing in the short span of time. Now let's move to the next, that is long run. Now long run refers to a period in which output can be changed by changing all factors of production. So here is the main important point. In the long run, we feel everything is changeable. That means there are all factors, there is no fixed factor here. So all factors, even the fixed factors, are turned to be the variable factors. So long run is a period that is long enough for the firm to adjust all its inputs according to change in conditions. According to change in the conditions, in the long run, firm can change its factory size, switch to new techniques of production, purchase new machinery, etc. So I'll just give you example of now Cambridge International School, Dasua. Like previously, we were having a not very large size of our basketball ground and other grounds which we were handball grounds, so we were not using that, and we were having only limited swimming pools. Now with the long run, like we can say the like years when the age of the Cambridge International School is increasing, with that long run period, Cambridge has now more swimming pool, now more large areas for playing purpose. So the size of the building is also increasing. So this is how in the long run we can say there is increase. So even our number of students is also increasing. So this is how we are just feeling that all the factors which were fixed, even that can be changed, that can be even increased, that can be into different shape with the long run. So in the long run, all the factors are variable. So this is the most important thing that you need to keep it in mind. Now next, let's move, that is important points about short run and long run. So when we make the distinction between long run and short run, does not refer to a calendar period. So we cannot say from this year January 1 to January 1 2020 to December 31st December 2020. In this period, this will be defined as long run and this will be short run. So we cannot define this. So it is not based on the fixed time span. So this is the most important thing here. Now, the period is, second point is the period is rather functional concept which depends on production conditions. So there should be something that will be produced. So industries, it may vary from firm to firm and industry to industry. देखो कैम्ब्रिज में बहुत अच्छी पढ़ाई होती है, ठीक है? So we cannot compare Cambridge to other schools that is present in the nearby area. So I'll just not name any of the area, any of the school, but I can just say we are not able, like nobody can compete us as compared to this. So if I talk about this industry, so in the terms of industry, we can think that in different industries we have different things. So in different things we can say we cannot compare different countries on the basis of this. Fine. So for example, a period of 10 years may be short run period for steel industry. So because steel industry is the most growing industry, so in this case, we cannot say like in the 10 years that will be the long run or the short run period. So we consider the short run period for steel industry because as we have to make some changes. So in the steel industry, those changes will be produced in 10 years as a short run period. So it can be produced. While a period of 1 year may be long period for a wheat producer because his crop has a particular season. So because of that season, that person has that long run period as a producer for the wheat for 1 year even. Fine. So now let's move to the next. That is difference between short run and long run. So in the short run, we feel in the short run refers to a period in which output can be changed by changing only variable factors. यहाँ पे हमारी आउटपुट चेंज होगी जिसमें सिर्फ हम वेरिएबल फैक्टर्स चेंज करेंगे तो उसकी वजह से हो जाएगी. लॉन्ग रन में हम लोग ये मान के चलते हैं लॉन्ग रन रेफर्स टू अ पीरियड इन विच आउटपुट कैन बी चेंज बाय चेंजिंग ऑल द फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन. तो यहाँ पे सारे के सारे फैक्टर्स क्या हो जाएंगे, वेरिएबल हो जाएंगे, एंड आउटपुट जो है हमारी तब चेंज होएगी जब सारे फैक्टर्स को हम चेंज कर देंगे. सो दिस इज व्हाट द लॉन्ग रन इन मेन definition means. Now, जब हम short run की बात करते हैं तो we have two types of factors, that is variable as well as fixed factors in short run. But जब हम long run की बात करते हैं तो we feel all the factors are variable in the long run. So next is the like in the short run demand is more active in price determination. So short run में हमारे पास price जो है उसके basis पे हम लोग demand करते हैं. As supply cannot be increased immediately with increase in demand. So supply जो है हमारी एकदम से increase नहीं हो जाती जैसे हमारी demand increase होती है, ठीक है. So इसमें हमारी price determination important होती है. But when we talk about this long run, in the long run both demand and supply. So demand and supply जब इकट्ठे आते हैं, this term is also known as market force. So market forces play equal role in price determination as both can be increased. So long run में अभी जो चीज है उसका प्राइस कम है, ठीक है, तो लॉन्ग रन में इट मे बी द चांसेस आर देयर वो चीज का प्राइस बिल्कुल और कम हो जाए. So this can be possible. So price determination can be even increased, even it can be even decreased with this long run. So market forces are playing very important role in the long run. So now let's move to the next thing, that is variable factors. Variable factors, as I already explained to you, variable factors refer to those factors which can be changed in the short run. जो factors short run में change हो जाते हैं तो we call it as variable factors. For example, raw material, casual labor, power, fuel, etc. So all are variable factors. We can change them in the short run. So variable factors vary directly with the level of output. जितनी हमें चीज प्रोड्यूस करनी है, प्रोडक्शन चाहिए, जितनी हमें फिनिश गुड्स चाहिए, उसी के बेसिस पे हम लोग क्या लेते हैं, वेरिएबल फैक्टर्स लेते हैं, और ये चेंज भी होते हैं उसी के बेसिस पे. As output increases, so we need to increase the factors, these variable factors even. Fine. So it must be noted that variable factors are not required in case of zero output. जब हमारे पास output ही नहीं है, जब मुझे पता है मेरे एग्जाम्स नहीं होंगे तो मैं क्यों पढ़ूंगी. So I will not study much. Fine. जब मुझे पता है मेरे एग्जाम्स हैं तो I will study more. So I will study with different resources. So those different resources will produce very good output. So what is that? That means variable factors we need when we are producing something. Fine. So variable factors are playing very important role when we are producing something. जब हम लोगों ने कुछ किया ही नहीं तो हमें तब variable factors की भी जरूरत नहीं है, ठीक है. So this is what I mean here. Now let's move to the next. Fixed factors. So fixed factors refers to those factors which cannot be changed in the short run. So fixed factors वो factors है जो short run में भी change नहीं होंगे and it remains same. जैसे हमारा घर है, हम शॉर्ट रन में ये चेंज तो नहीं कर सकते, ठीक है, तो इट विल बी सेम, ठीक है. शॉर्ट रन में हमारे घर में अगर एसी है तो वी कैन नॉट चेंज दैट इवन, ठीक है. बिल्डिंग है, हमारे आसपास का कुछ एरिया है, उसको तो नहीं चेंज कर सकते. So these all are fixed factors. So I hope this is clear to you. Now next is the quantity of fixed factors remain same in the short run irrespective of level of output. They do not change whether the level of output rises, falls or becomes zero. देखो एक फैक्ट्री है, उसके अंदर जो हम लोग मशीन्स हैं उनको बढ़ा जा कम कर सकते हैं, बट जो फैक्ट्री का साइज है वी कैन नॉट इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज दैट वन. So this is how we are always talking about fixed factors remains same in the short run. Fine. So it is not going to change in the short run. So this is what we are talking about. Now let's move to the next topic. That difference between variable factors and fixed factors. So we have already covered this one. Just let's have a go through we need to just go through this. So variable factor refers to those factors which cannot be changed in the short run. Fine, these are not These can be changed. These can be changed in the short run. Fixed factors cannot be changed in the short run. Now, they vary directly with the output. They are always like changing with the output. So how much output we have to produce, we are consuming variable factors accordingly. Now, when we talk about fixed factors, these are not varying directly with output. So फैक्ट्री का साइज तो एकदम से चेंज नहीं होगा ना अगर हमें ज़्यादा प्रोडक्शन भी करनी है. सो दिस इज व्हाट दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट. सो इनका साइज कभी भी वेरी नहीं करता, चेंज नहीं होता. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट है रॉ मटेरियल, कैजुअल लेबर, पावर, फ्यूल एटसेट्रा आर द एग्जांपल्स ऑफ वेरिएबल फैक्टर्स. सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट फिक्स्ड फैक्टर्स, बिल्डिंग, प्लांट, मशीनरी, परमानेंट स्टाफ एटसेट्रा, दीज आर नॉट चेंजिंग. सो फिक्स्ड फैक्टर्स का एग्जांपल है ये. नाउ लेट्स मूव टू द now there are two types of production and we have to do it in detail in the next part of your chapter. So the first thing is the short run production function. We call another name for this is variable proportion type. Short run production function refers to situation when output is increased by changing only one input while keeping other inputs unchanged. यहाँ पे क्या है, हम लोग सिर्फ एक जो इनपुट है उसमें चेंज करेंगे और बाकी जो इनपुट फैक्टर्स हैं उनको सेम रखेंगे. ठीक है. और उसकी वजह से एक ही फैक्टर में चेंज आने की वजह से क्या होगा, हमारी आउटपुट में चेंज आ जाएगा. सो वी कॉल दिस एज शॉर्ट रन प्रोडक्शन फंक्शन और वी कॉल इट एज वेरिएबल प्रोपोर्शन टाइप. ठीक है. सो वेरिएबल प्रोपोर्शन टाइप, एक थोड़ा सा जो प्रोपोर्शन है उसको चेंज किया तो उसकी वजह से आउटपुट में चेंज आ गया. एज देयर इज चेंज इन वेरिएबल इनपुट, only the ratio between different inputs tends to change at different levels of outputs. So क्या होगा, थोड़ा सा चेंज करने से, उसकी रेशियो में चेंज करने से क्या होगा, हमारे पास कुछ जो लेवल्स ऑफ आउटपुट है उसमें पक्का चेंज आ जाएगा. सो द रिलेशनशिप एक्सप्लेन्ड हियर एज लॉ ऑफ वेरिएबल प्रोपोर्शन. सो इसको जो हम नाम देते हैं इस चीज को, वी कॉल इट एज लॉ ऑफ वेरिएबल प्रोपोर्शंस. नाउ लेट्स मूव टू द सेकंड थिंग अंडर दिस टाइप्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन. सो दैट इज लॉन्ग प्रोडक्शन फंक्शन. सो शॉर्ट रन प्रोडक्शन को हमने क्या बोला था, वेरिएबल प्रोपोर्शन टाइप. यहाँ पे लॉन्ग रन प्रोडक्शन फंक्शन के लिए हमारे पास नाम है कांस्टेंट proportion type. So in the long run, we always feel that all the factors are variable. So on the basis of this, let me explain you this constant proportion type. So long run production function refers to a situation when output is increased by increasing all the inputs. जब हम सारी inputs, because these all are variable factors, तो उनको जब हम simultaneously मतलब same proportion में increase या decrease कर देंगे, so we will have definitely effect on our levels of output. So यहाँ पे इन्होंने क्या बोला है, जो level है output का उस वो क्या रहेगा, same रहेगा. ठीक है. As all inputs are variable in the long run, the ratio between different inputs tends to remain the same at different levels of output. This relationship is explained by the law of returns to scale. So इसको हम लोग क्या कहते हैं, law of returns to scale. मतलब same level पे हमारा change आएगा, जितना जितना हमने inputs में change किया था. ठीक है. जिस लेवल पे रेशियो में चेंज किया था उतना ही हमारी आउटपुट में भी चेंज आएगा. सो लेवल ऑफ द चेंज विल बी सेम in the output. So इसको हम लोग कहते हैं law of returns to scale. Now let's move to the next topic. So concept of product. This is going to be the last topic, I guess, for your chapter. So which we are going to cover today. So the product or output. कोई भी चीज हम लोग खरीदते हैं, good, ठीक है, service. So this product here is output. जो भी हमने प्रोड्यूस किया तो उसको हमें कहेंगे, हम बोलेंगे प्रोडक्ट है, जो हमारी आउटपुट है, जो हमने काम किया. रेफर्स टू द वॉल्यूम ऑफ गुड्स. Product or output refers to the volume of goods produced by a firm or an industry during a specified period of time. ठीक है. अब हमारा स्कूल तो पढ़ाता है बच्चों को, तो जब हमारा रिजल्ट आता है व्हाट वी कॉल इट एज, दैट इज आल्सो आउटपुट. सो जो भी कोई कंपनी प्रोडक्शन करती है, जो उस साल में प्रोड्यूस करती है, जो भी उसकी आउटपुट आती है ड्यूरिंग अ डिफरेंट और ड्यूरिंग अ स्पेसिफाइड पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, जैसे हमारा रिजल्ट एक साल के बाद आता है, अब वही चीज अगर कोई कंपनी एक या दो दिन में कोई चीज बनाती है तो वी कॉल दैट विल बी द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर कंपनी. सो अब है यहाँ पे तीन कंसेप्ट है जब भी हम प्रोडक्ट की बात करते हैं. सो वी कैन से थ्री टाइप्स ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स जनरली जो प्रोड्यूस होते हैं. एक तो होता है टोटल प्रोडक्ट, एक होता है मार्जिनल प्रोडक्ट, एक होता है एवरेज प्रोडक्ट. सो ये तीनों टाइप के प्रोडक्ट हम डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे. Let's go through all these. So the first product which we are going to talk about is total product. जितने total quantity of goods produce करी है कंपनी ने एक particular time period में, ठीक है, तो we call this is the total product. यहाँ पे एग्जांपल है, अगर 10 लेबर के लोग थे, उन्होंने 60 केजी राइस प्रोड्यूस किए, तो टोटल प्रोडक्ट हमारा क्या हो गया, 60 केजी जो राइस प्रोड्यूस हुए. ठीक है. सो इन द शॉर्ट रन अ फर्म कैन एक्सपैंड टोटल प्रोडक्ट बाय इंक्रीजिंग ओनली द वेरिएबल फैक्टर्स. तो यहाँ पे क्या है, अगर शॉर्ट रन में हमने अपनी आउटपुट ज़्यादा इंक्रीज करनी है, हमने ज़्यादा क्वांटिटी बढ़ानी है, हमारी सप्लाई ज़्यादा करनी है हमने प्रोडक्ट की, तो ऑब्वियसली हमें ज़्यादा वर्कर्स वेरिएबल फैक्टर्स जो है उनको ज़्यादा इंक्रीज करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. लॉन्ग रन में जो टोटल प्रोडक्ट है वो रेस किया जाएगा जब हम दोनों फिक्स्ड एंड वेरिएबल फैक्टर्स को चेंज करेंगे तब. ठीक है. सो टोटल प्रोडक्ट के लिए अदर नेम्स हैं, निक नेम्स हैं, दैट इज टोटल फिजिकल प्रोडक्ट, other name is total return or total output. So there are three things which we have to learn here. First is the definition of total product, then is the example, then we have to learn about the effect of this short run and long run on the total product, then their other names. So these three things these four things we have to do it for this total product. Now let's do the same thing for other products. Sorry, average product. So average product refers to the output. जितनी भी हमारी आउटपुट आई है उसको जब हम वेरिएबल नंबर जितने यूनिट्स थे उनको हमने डिवाइड कर दिया तो वी आर गेटिंग द एवरेज प्रोडक्ट. सो इफ टोटल प्रोडक्ट is 60 kg of rice produced by 10 laborers. So what we will do, we will divide average, we will find out the average product by dividing 60 kg of rice divided by 10 laborers we used. So what we get 6 kg. मतलब एक जो इंसान था, एक जो लेबर था, उसने at least 6 kg जो है वो राइस जो है उसने प्रोड्यूस किए. So AP is obtained by dividing total products by units of variable factor. So average product. So total product over units of variable factor, that is N. Total product is units of variable factor N. TP in terms of AP will be, TP को अगर हमने निकालना है तो AP into units of variable factor कर देंगे तो we will get the TP now. So we are having two formulas, we can calculate with this. Fine. So अगर एवरेज प्रोडक्ट निकालना है तो टोटल प्रोडक्ट को हम यूनिट्स ऑफ वेरिएबल फैक्टर से डिवाइड कर देंगे. ठीक है. सो एवरेज प्रोडक्ट के लिए अदर नेम क्या है हमारे पास, यहाँ पे शॉर्ट रन का कंसेप्ट नहीं दिया, लॉन्ग रन का कंसेप्ट नहीं दिया, तो इट रिमेन्स सेम. दैट मीन्स सो एवरेज प्रोडक्ट इज ऑल्सो नोन एज एवरेज फिजिकल प्रोडक्ट. ठीक है. एंड इसके लिए अदर नेम है एवरेज रिटर्न. नाउ लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक of product, that is marginal product. Marginal product refers to addition to total product. जितना हमने एक product को produce किया total product में हमने कोई addition किया, one more unit of variable factor add कर दिया उसको और हमने employ कर लिया, तो we call this is marginal product. So marginal product add करने पे हमें क्या मिला, so that we have to talk about. ठीक है. अब इसका एक सिंपल एग्जांपल दिया है, दिस यू कैन रीड बाय योरसेल्फ. दिस इज जस्ट लाइक द फुल फॉर्म्स वी हैव गिवन फॉर एमपीएन, टीपीएन, टीपीएन -1. So then is, for example, if 10 laborers were producing 60 kg of rice, now we have employed 11 laborers, so make 67 kg of rice. So हमारे पास कितने बन रहे हैं, 67 kg of rice बन रहे हैं. Then MP of 11th labor, so how we will calculate, MP जो हमारा पहले आ रहा था 10 laborers का वो आ रहा था 60 kg. अब TP जब हमने 11th यूनिट किया तो TP 11 का 67 हमारे पास आउटपुट आया. 67 में से 60 माइनस किया, दैट मीन 7 kg का हमारे पास क्या आया, इंक्रीज आया. So this is what the marginal product is. Now marginal product is also known as marginal physical product or marginal return. Now let's move to the next thing, that is the questions to be done for today. So we have three questions. So we have which we have covered for today's lesson. So what is meant by variable factor and fixed factor? That is your question. Then give two examples of each. Define the following terms. Then as the total product, average product, and marginal product. We have to do this in detail. So then as distinguish between short run and long run. So this all we have to do it for today. Now in the end I would say you people are really facing a tough situation, and but I still thank you for learning at home with our school. And even if you're learning at home, then also you're gaining something, and if you're gaining something, obviously you will have a bright future. But still I want to say one more thing. Please, please, please pray for humanity so that this COVID-19 situation will end soon and we will back to the life again, as we are stuck at home. No doubt we are enjoying at home even, but still we will have more progressive life when we are doing work, even when we are able to go outside our home. So we will have more opportunities to explore the things in the future. So pray for this. In the end, I would say learn with Cambridge International School's e-learning initiative. And if you feel any of the doubt is there with you, so you can ask me at any point of time. So in the end, I would say stay happy, stay healthy, enjoy learning at home with Cambridge International School, the SUA.